90.3 Voice of the People FM. Let's get started very quickly. I told you earlier that jubilation as Nigerians are celebrating that after so many years, Nigeria, Nigerian refinery A, because it's just one so far, finally produces fuel. And this calls for celebration, as the president has also, ordered the NNPCL to get back to work and ensure other refineries get begin to produce too. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu directed the management of the National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) to expedite action towards the scheduled reactivation of the second Port Harcourt refinery and the Warri and Kaduna refineries. Fast, eh? This is as the president has extended his heartfelt congratulations to the NNPCL on the successful revitalization of the Port Harcourt refinery, marked by the official commencement of petroleum product loading on petroleum product loading from today, November 26. So President Tinubu acknowledged the pivotal role of former President Muhammadu Buhari in initiating the comprehensive rehabilitation of all our refineries and expressed gratitude to the African Export-Import Bank for its confidence in financing the critical project. A statement issued by Bayo Nanoga, Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, further added that the President, Tinubu, commended the leadership of the NNPCL Group Chief Executive, which is Mele Kyari, whose unwavering dedication, his dedication that does not shake, and commitment were instrumental in overcoming the challenges to achieve the milestone. We are very, very excited. Very, very excited. Finally, in fact, the statement reads, with the successful revival of the Port Harcourt refinery, President Tinubu urges NNPCL Limited to expedite the scheduled reactivation of both the second Port Harcourt refinery and the Warri and Kaduna refineries. So this is to say that by the time these other three refineries begin to work, would have five functional refineries in Nigeria working. That means we're just about saying goodbye, total and final goodbye to fuel importation. In fact, we'll now be exporting because we now have so much. We'll have the Dangote, we'll have all our petrol stations working, NNPC, what do they call it, refineries working. We'll now start exporting. I really would like to feel your pulse on this because we're very happy. However, Labour Party has also reacted to it. As the Labour Party has said that while the news that one of Nigeria's four state-owned refineries, the Port Harcourt refinery, has finally started production, is cheery and we should be happy about it, it also calls for a greater transparency in the management of our petroleum sector assets. Now, the National Publicity Secretary of Labour Party, Obi Oraifo, said this in a telephone interview with newsmen in Abuja today. He said, before now, we have heard about plans to either sell off the refineries or rehabilitate them. In fact, billions, not trillions of naira have been sunk, or trillions, have been sunk into the almost annual ritual of turnaround maintenance. But this time around, I bet more to show some transparency. But let's move on to other issues away from refinery now, even though that news is still cheerful and we're happy about it. But we cannot be so happy that we'll not dig out people who have been taking our money and not giving us results for our money. So let's get straight to people who take our money. As the EFCC, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has finally detained ex-governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello. Bello was detained after he presented himself at the headquarters of the EFCC in Abuja today. The former governor's detention was disclosed by EFCC's head of media and publicity, Dele Oyewole. Addressing journalists, Oyewole said Bello was arrested by the commission's chief security officer. He said, it is true that we have him in our custody. The operatives of the commission arrested him, Oyewole said. Bello went to the EFCC headquarters today, Tuesday morning, with his lawyers to respond to allegations of misappropriation of funds leveled against him after months of shunning repeated invitations. He went to the EFCC office with his lawyers, but his successor, Governor Usman Ododo of Governors of Kogi State, who followed him to the EFCC office a few weeks ago, was not in the entourage. The FCC had in April 18, 2024 declared Bello wanted in connection with over 80 billion naira. I think that money don't reach 100 something billion right now as a calculator. So finally, because Nigerians have been crying, hey, what's happen? Yaya Bello, why can they not catch him? But you catch everybody catchable. You cannot catch Yaya Bello. This time around, it's not even ACC that caught him in any hole he hid or anywhere he hid or he was hiding. It is now him that surrendered himself. Okay, so let's move to other issues, shall we? Perhaps a little bit of an interesting conversation. Something I deem very interesting. Maybe after now we'll talk about that, or should we just talk about that now? All right, so let's see. So Einaya Baribe had an interview with Channels Television yesterday, and he had quite a lot to say about the tension in the Southeast. He also had quite a lot to say about Peter Obi, and I'd like us to also look into that conversation. So, a Southeast senator has suggested that former Governor Peter Obi would have run a better national government than incumbent President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, pointing out that Igbos are sympathetic to people from other regions. Okay. Now, the lawmaker representing Abia South Senatorial District, Naya Baribe, slammed Mr. Tinubu over its major appointments, claiming he has marginalized the Southeast region. After the marginalization, we then say the past administration of Muhammadu Buhari gave the same region. Now, Baribe, during a program aired on Channels Television's Monday night yesterday, described Mr. Tinubu's administration as nepotistic. See, Tinubu administration, they very, very nepotistic. It only side one side. Only people will consign them. Quoting him, he says, Tinubu's government is highly nepotistic. Everybody can see it. Let me give you an example. How can Ogun State have 4 ministers? 4, only in Ogun State. Mr. Baribe said so. The lawmaker further accused Mr. President of favoritism towards the Southwest, alleging he disdains the Southeast. That is, he talks, say, President Tinubu, they look the Southeast like say, na ye I the carry look them. Mr. Baribe claimed that Peter Obi would have run Nigeria better than Mr. Tinubu if he had won the 2023 presidential election. Say Peter Obi for balance things. If we not support only Southeast people, if we not support only South people, if we not support only Southwest people, if we also not support only the North, say if for balance things, if we see in win elections, then that's what Peter Obi for do. In fact, quoting him, he says, if Peter Obi had won, you would probably have seen a better Nigeria than the one you are seeing today. He wouldn't be a nepotistic. He wouldn't be as nepotistic as the government. He won't at all. It's not in him. That's just who we are. We feel for other people. The lawmaker lamented the alleged abandonment of the Southeast by successive Nigerian leaders, urging members of the region to unite. Say all the people who don't they lead the Southeast, why not they abandon development on a place? More than they abandon their more gonna unite, develop on a place. It says, let us go back to the Southeast and revamp it, make it more livable, more cohesive, and better, and hold ourselves together. Because it's obvious that if we continue to look at whoever becomes president, to look at us and do right, apart from Obasanjo and maybe Jonathan, I don't think we have seen this same type of president concerned about the development of the region at all. Well, I like to, get a sound bite where he said these himself, so you get to hear it from him. Take a listen to him say this himself.
Well, what vacuum? Engage. All of us have been going around trying to make sure that we deal with the matter to make him come out, which we continue to tell the federal government that he is the key. Reason is that everybody using his name and the name of IPOB to perpetrate violence.
All right, so he was speaking about the IPOB here, where he said that violence in the Southeast can be brought to an end when Nnamdi Kanu is released. After that, I would have to play you the soundbite where he also talked about what his thoughts are about Obi, being a better leader, a better president than President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Take a listen.
Simon Ekpa and their group. You want Biafra? Fine. Do you want Biafra, or do you get Biafra by killing the same Biafrans you want? How? How does murdering people? How does kidnapping people? How does going around and spreading mayhem, killing policemen, burning police stations down and all that help you? How?
I mean, calling Nigeria animal farm, calling Nigeria zoo, calling Nigeria all sort of, I'm painting a picture that this is a hell on earth, a country that is unlivable, and giving an impression from outside of the country as though anyone who is in government or anyone who represents any other thing other than IPOB is a villain. Now, and there are those who believe that, yes, the agitation and some of the intervention that Nnamdi Kanu represented, as soon as he got off the radar of Nnamdi Kanu, and what has
comes out, and then we now know who is a genuine agitator and who is a criminal.
How do you go about that?
How you go about that is that when Nnamdi Kanu comes out, then he can know his followers.
By extra legal or judicial means.
No. Nobody will now have a reason to say, oh, we are burning down this station, we are killing this policeman, we are killing our own people, nobody's doing, you are going to be doing sit at home because he is incarcerated.
Senator, what I'm asking is that how would this happen? How will Nnamdi Kanu be released? Because that means the case before the court are probably going to be jettisoned. Those are extrajudicial, extra legal means, political means.
The Nnamdi Kanu was extraordinarily rendition to Nigeria. The Supreme Court has even accepted that. And what we have been doing is, rather than continuing through the court process, let us take it outside of that. What has Nnamdi Kanu done that Igboho did not do? Think about it. Yet, Igboho is walking free today. Is it shouting or you're screaming? They've said all that. Even Igboho went the other day to London to say, oh, I'm going to submit a letter to the Prime Minister or to the King of England or whatever. Oh, we want to have our own nation. What has happened to him? You never had anything from the Nigerian government.
So Nnamdi Kanu has been treated unfairly. Is that what you mean?
Of course. And this is the issue now. The Southeast, 5 states, 50 ministers. A state like Ogun State has 4 ministers. The whole Southeast, just that 5. And so when people continue to look at this unequal treatment, you just give fuel to these people who continue to say they don't like us, they don't treat us well, they don't do all that. So, and I went and I've been talking
All right, so you heard that from Senator Inaya Baribe speaking on the release of Nnamdi Kanu and, the likelihood of his release returning peace to the Southeast, and also speaking on the activities of those who cause mayhem in the Southeast, saying that how do you destroy your own people and kill your own people because you want freedom of Nnamdi Kanu? How does that translate, to seeking for justice? Right, basically. But then I like us to also look at what he said about the present administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, especially. He did say, you just heard him speak about the what he calls the unequal treatment of the Southeast, or the bias of the president towards, the Southeast and, the Southwest, where he did mention that how can Ogun State have about the same number of ministers that the entire region of Southeast would have. Is that fair? Well, let's take a listen to him also speak on P2B and why he thinks that P2P perhaps would have made a better president. Take a listen.
Government.
That is the point. So why is it all these checkpoints? You have these unknown gunmen still operate with all these checkpoints. You ask yourself that question.
There seems to be some a bigger picture about the brilliance that the 2023 presidential election, he had become president. There could have been a change in all of this.
If Peter Obi had won, you probably would have seen a better Nigeria than what we are seeing today. Number one, he will not be as nepotistic as this government. He won't. It's not in him. That is just who we are. We feel for the other people.
So you think the Tinubu government is highly nepotistic?
I say so. I don't think so. I'm seeing it, and we see it every day. And I'm just giving you one example. How can Ogun State have 4 ministers?
Well, Tinubu is not from Ogun State.
That is the point. So why does he favor Ogun State? Look, Oyo State has only 1 minister. Ask yourself that. What is it that he's doing?
Is it the right time for the Igbos and the South people of the Southeast extraction to sit down and rethink their politics?
No. See what we're doing, Sean, because everybody continues to say that, why don't you think you're well? No, we have decided, and I'm part of those who have said that. Let us go back to the Southeast and revamp the Southeast and make it more livable, better, more cohesive, and hold ourselves together. Because it's obvious that if we continue to look at whoever comes to be president, to look at us and do right, apart from Obasanjo and maybe Jonathan, I do not think that we have seen that same type of fairness.
All right, I'll be opening the phone line shortly. I'd like to take your thoughts and reactions on that conversation with Naya Abaribe. However, Donyo Okupe was also on Arise Television yesterday, and he had quite a lot to say about the president and those who think that the president hasn't been equal to the task. As a matter of fact, he thinks that those who speak such way about the president are highly unfair to the president. He can listen to Donyo Okupe say that.
A new person and he wins. There's no agreement he will make with you. He will not spend another 8 years. So, you just extended the lifespan of the rotation to the south by another 4 years. So why don't we, what has Bola Tinubu done? Let's come to terms with this. What has Bola Tinubu done? Bola Tinubu has come with very serious reforms, that will take the country away from, the situation in which it had been undergoing for the past 8 to 10 years. I will say it here on public television. This is the truth. This government has not been able to articulate this position, but those of us who are watching from the outside, we can see it. As of the time that the Bola Tinubu administration was coming into power, the country was finished, was socially, economically finished. We were spending 98% of our revenue, 98 cents on every dollar was being used to, for debt servicing. We were subsidizing fuel, we were subsidizing power, we were subsidizing virtually everything. There was there was very severe and serious arbitrage in the foreign exchange market. Now, so what did the Buhari administration do? They just went ahead and printed and continued to print money until they printed up to 30 trillion. So Nigerians did not feel it because it was, the money was still being available, although it was not backed by anything. There are a few countries that have done this in the past. So it's not a matter of Nigeria is rich. Venezuela is extremely, one of the largest reservoirs of crude oil in the world. The poverty in Venezuela is worse than here. And I will show you something. This is Zimbabwe. This is Zimbabwe dollar. On this paper,
lines are open. Let's begin to take your thoughts and reactions on this conversation. But before then, let's quickly jumping on this issue about the GMO as renowned brand. In fact, before we get to the GMO, let's even get to security issues because that's even more important. As the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Milsa has disclosed that about 200,000, not 200 human beings, so not 100 human beings, not 200 human beings, 200,000 human beings that are repentant terrorists have so far dropped their arms and surrendered to troops in the southeast. 200,000 terrorists dropped their arms, surrendered to troops in the northeast of Nigeria. Okay. So he noted that the twin strategy of kinetic and non-kinetic operations was responsible for this achievement. So let me just break down the grammar for you. Kinetic means when you carry force, follow them, shoot them, scatter them, attack them squarely. But non-kinetic, and when they come, begins, okay, make I discuss with them, make we just talk to them, waste your want, or make on a surrender, go give an amnesty, all those kind of things. So say the two join together, that two style tactics join together. Say it don't help to make 200 terrorists then can't repent, can't surrender their arms for inside northeast of Nigeria. So the CDS made this known at the Security of Justice Symposium. Yes, today he disclosed that he said that in his words, he says all the challenges we are facing today have to do with fairness, equity, justice, and accountability. Did you hear him? In fact, first of all, the theme of that symposium was securing peace, rather, ensuring justice, protection, conduct, and accountability. In fact, as he said it speaks volumes about the deluge of security challenges the armed forces and security agencies are facing. That's when he now said that, in his words, all the challenges we are facing today in our country, they have to do with fairness, equity, justice, and accountability. Perhaps the problem or the challenge of insecurity, while we have headers going to people's farms to destroy people's farms, has to do with fairness, equity, justice, protection, accountability, securing peace, ensuring justice, protection, conduct, and accountability. All right. So we're now wondering, okay, so how do we do this? How do we make this happen? Well, all right. So in his words again, he said there will not be peace without justice, equity, fairness, and accountability in our operations. We are conducting both kinetic and non-kinetic strategies, which have to a large extent yielded significant successes. So let's go straight to the GMO issue. We'll get back to taking your thoughts. I know you have a lot to say about that. Very soon we'll open the phone lines. Okay. A renowned brand ambassador and ambassador for the Corporate Affairs Commission, Michael Nwabufo, has urged the National Assembly to take decision against genetically modified organisms or the genetically modified organisms food in Nigeria. There have been controversies around the health safety of GMO plants being propagated by Bill Gates, the American businessman and philanthropist best known as his role for the Microsoft Corporation. Now, Mr. Nwabufo, popularly known as Mike Premium, made the call when he appeared before the House of Representatives on Tuesday over a video production on the danger of the GMOs, and he defended his stance on that squarely. So let's quickly take a listen to him say that, and we'll get back to taking your thoughts and reactions. And I'll, of course, indulge you with the guests that I have here today to join me on the show. Stay with us. Take a listen.
Today, I was at the House of Representatives, National Assembly, Abuja. I was invited because of the video I made about Bill Gates the last time. There was a hearing about the danger of foods brought to us by Bill Gates. I'm glad that the House of Reps are standing by us to kick against these genetically modified organisms called GMO food. Firstly, I must tell you, I feel that the Minister of Agriculture is, yes, after watching him speak, that is what I feel. As a minister, you haven't made your research. We don't have a laboratory that will check the safety of GMO food in Nigeria, and you are busy defending it as if your life depends on it. Anyways, there is one other farmer. Listen to this.
from Mike Wabo for Mike Premium speaking on the dangers of GMOs. Amongst many things he said, you didn't hear what he said about the destruction of a farming ecosystem generally or agricultural ecosystem. He did mention that. I just have to leave it that way because there's no better way to explain that, right? So phone lines will be open shortly for you to jump in on the conversation. But before you do so, I'd like to let you know that I have a guest in the house. I was supposed to have him yesterday on the show, but for some reasons he couldn't make it to the studio. So he's joining us now, the executive chairman of a local government area, Honorable Olashoju Adebayo. My tongue well. Did my Yorubaness come out very well? Did I get it correctly?
Lagos.
I'm in Lagos.
So speak Yoruba very
I'm a River State girl. I'm a River State. Can you speak my language?
well. If I'm there, I'll speak.
Trust me, not in 5 years. I've not been here for so long. Welcome, Honorable. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, so let's talk Isola local government before we go straight to other things that we're talking about. So let's talk Isola local government area. I got complaints about some areas around that. What's going on. Is that something fundamentally wrong with? Is it a terrain problem with our roads? Because there are some roads I find that they're almost perpetually bad. No matter how much you do them, you fix
Yes,
them.
we have routes like that.
Is it was Aswani Markets area?
That's
Those
Epsom.
connecting roads to Aswani, are they among those roads? Because almost every other year you see them with those issues. So what do you do about such roads?
Well, advantages of any cosmopolitan local government will come with some disadvantages. The area we're talking about is industrialized. So it comes with the
Okay, that's where you have MZ Pharmaceutical and so many other industries around there.
We have so many of them around us. And you discover that the waste from those industry comes sometimes block the drainage. We have to evacuate, FAC has to come. And when the rain comes, I know we have issues of flooding now. And that's why before this hearing, we have been doing our own sensitization, enlightenment about people, how we must keep our drainages clean. But when there is flood, we are disadvantaged from Mushin, from Apapa, from areas coming towards us. The Aswani Road, a lot of lectures has to even to be done. We have 3 types of road. We have the trunk A, B, and C. Trunk A is federal, trunk B is state, trunk C is local.
Naturally.
If you look at the Aswani Road, people are talking, complaining, it's a state-owned road.
Okay.
But because government was worked together, I'm talking to you today, we have done the technical layout and how to go about the road. In a couple of weeks, my people will see a brand new road in that place. We are flagging it off in the next 8 days. All the technicalities has been done. The contractors are set. The procurement exercise has been done. You know, in governance, there are a lot of nitty-gritty about work. So when that is done, the onus will not lie on the community to maintain the road. You see, sometimes some people build their houses and now cover the drainage with their shop extensions. These are things that happen about the local roads. I'll tell you, there's no state like Lagos. Lagos is the most protected state in Nigeria. And it's not a mean feat. It's not what people will just see and just laugh about.
All right, so let's talk about your local government, Isola local government,
Yeah.
and the development there so far. How long have you been in office?
3 years.
For 3 years now. Are you thinking of running second tenure?
What is it?
Are you thinking of running a second tenure?
By His grace.
Okay, so what have you done for the people of Isola local government that
Thank
perhaps
you.
may make you deserving of coming
Thank
back
you
again?
very much. Welcome.
The way you tell me to thank you, like say, calm down, make I finish you with doings. It's okay, go ahead.
Well, when we came on board, July 27th, 2021, to be precise.
Apologies, you sound really tired.
Yes.
Okay. I can imagine uneasy lies ahead.
We met an Herculean task, but because we are prepared to take the job. And I'll tell you, in Lagos, the government of the state is running what they call Team's agenda, where the focal point of the government. So as a local government, a proactive one, we have to key into that same program of health, education, infrastructure.
Do you also cater for the LCDs around you?
Yes.
Okay, do you know the reason we ask that? Because many have wondered how the LCDs and the local government states work, understanding that Lagos is quite unique in Nigeria with that.
We have 20 LG and 37 LCD.
LCDs, yes.
I belong to the LCDA category.
Okay.
Now, today, if you conversant with Isolo, you discover that from Ogundele, you're going towards Holy Saviors, to Lamino Lawal, to Adere, Dr. Akinde Inde, down to Koberebe to the express. That road was in shambles. But today, you drive and you won't hit any pothole.
Are you sure? There was once I challenged someone, I said there's barely no road in Lagos that you plow through without a pothole.
I'm telling you, because our road network is built and maintained. So if we build, it is the onus lies on us to maintain. Maintenance is cheaper than construction.
I agree with you.
In Iriakari, Shagatedo, my local government is divided into 7 political wards, namely Akimbayi, Alagbeji, Ajao, Ilasamaja, Iriakari, Okota, and Akweno. All the roads I've just mentioned is between Akimbayi and Alagbeji. We fix Olusola Farumbi, Nureni, Shode and Shogubi. These 3 fall within Akimbayi and Alagbeji because these are the connecting roads that are taking traffic in from Mushin Road to Osoloway.
How about the ones that connect you to Go Palace Way?
That's where I'm going. I'm taking it word by word.
Okay, all right.
Now, if you go to Ishaga, there's a particular place called Dele Ashiru and Abeokuta. The problem is always a perennial flood. We have to do a primary collector that connects water from Abeokuta to Dele Ashiru. Today, when the rain falls, they can sleep well.
Is Ejibo under you? Is Ejibo under you?
No.
Okay, it's not under you.
Yes.
Because I want to ask about that Ejibo matter because Ejibo be like saying I God and did it.
No. In Ajao Estate, if you're coming through the airport and you're going towards Isolo, you're going to Apakun on 7 and 8. There's always a perennial traffic. And we discovered that Stella, Sholake and Akeola Sholanke are the major collector of traffic. We had to fix the road in Ajao. We had to connect it to Richfield, to what's the name of this street, and want to link it back to the express. So that instead of coming to 7 and 8, you can link all those areas, connecting from that place to Richfield. So we have fixed about 4 or 5 roads there in Ajao. In Okota, we fixed Ola Oshebikon, Ayo Shonubi, about 5-6 roads in Okota.
All right.
Alone. In Akweno, we have fixed 3 roads.
Okay.
And you know the problem we have about Okota roads. Okota roads are extremely long. You have 1 kilometer road, 1.5 kilometer roads. But there are places that we have to collaborate with resident association. Okay, chairman, we can do this. Will you do this? Yes. And because government has to be interactive.
Okay.
In terms of road network, we have tried our best. We cannot do it all.
Okay.
If a government can do it all, Ashwaju has done, for example, 8 years in Lagos. When Babatunde Fashola came, he should not meet anything to do because Ashwaju would have done it all.
There are other things apart from road.
I'm coming. I'm just telling
I
you.
was just going to say that road is just the most primary thing that, in fact, fundamental human
Because
rights
people will
as taxpayers.
Let me now go to health.
Okay.
One
No,
of the-
just before you go to
Yes.
health, people have already. In fact, I didn't even open phone lines. They're already asking me questions about roads around your area.
Yes.
So one was you, Shuaton says, I should ask you about what happened to Ilasa Road from Godwin or Monua to Ilasa inward the express.
Thank you.
They
road
said
is
it's the same
from
local
B-
government. Then another person,
Yes.
Joy said, just please ask him about Iriakari to Ilasa.
It's the same road
Same,
we're talking
same.
about.
Okay, all right. Then.
If you look at what is happening, when Mushi Road was to be constructed by the federal government, 4 alternative roads were picked to cushion in the effect of that road, which is Abimbola Way, Godwin to Ilasa Way. And that's why we took to fix Bale and Ibadan, which is about 1.4 kilometers. As I'm talking to you today, the first segment of that road is completed with street lights. So, but that road they're talking about is a trunk B road. And if they will be sincere, Public Works has fixed that road more than thrice. But the problem is our people do not maintain their own drainages. When your drainage is filled to the capacity, water comes to the road. When water comes to the road, the street will go and do stopper. Water cannot flow.
But is there a standard drainage system?
Yes, there is.
Standard.
Yes.
Okay.
But what will you do? Let me give you a typical example. If you know where they call Agbo Palace Way Road,
Yes.
there are times I'll be on that road 2 a.m. We are packing refuse. Supervising Loma, they will take it between 2 and 4. By 5 o'clock, heaps of refuse has come back to that road again. Is this spirit that is putting it? There are times we will arrest. There are times law has prosecuted people who dump because we have environmental police for sometimes. So sometimes people tend to blame the government every time. But are we telling ourselves the truth?
Okay. All right. So let's go to health. You know,
Now,
we did
on
mention.
health.
So the reason I said what I said
You are
about
good.
road is because road, water, electricity, these are basic fundamental
yeah.
right? What that basic thing that we deserve because we pay tax. I'm a taxpayer in Lagos State,
Of
so
course.
we're deserving of it. So we're not going to blow your trumpet
No,
because
no,
now
no,
your
no,
work
it's
you do be that.
okay.
All right, so let's go
On
to health.
health. When I came on board, I discovered that our people, even to go and check your blood pressure is difficult.
Oh wow.
So
I must call General Hospital, by the way. They're doing good. I've experienced
Thank you.
services there, so that they're doing
One,
good.
what we did was to engage our people. We have to comply with the World Health Organization standard of 1 healthcare facility per 1 political ward. We have 7 healthcare facilities in the Solo, and
Can you name them?
yes, we have that of Agbo,
Okay.
we have that of Okota. When we say Agbo, we're talking of Akpino, Okota, Ishaga, Ariakari Healthcare. We have Ilasa Healthcare Facility that's just been rehabilitated and runs 24 hours. We have that of Ajao. We have that of Isolo, which is beside the General Hospital. Then we
Okay.
have that we just built, that we are commissioning in 2 weeks' time. That of Alagbeji Healthcare Center.
Okay. And they're all standard, are they?
I'm telling you,
And there are doctors in them. Do they also
doctors,
have
nurses,
lights? Do they also have electricity?
Sure.
Oh, I asked that question for
What we are
obvious
even
reasons.
doing now is we are trying to put inverters.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
We are trying to ensure that, government is a continuum. We saw this. And I'll tell you something now. There's something I started when I got on board. It is called Care for the Elderly, where once you are 60 years and above, you're a resident of Isolo, you have to come once in a month, where we attend to your basic non-communicable diseases like your high blood pressure, your high sugar, your dental care, your eye problem, hepatitis B, and we attend to them. Not just that we attend to them, all the drugs that we need to maintain for that 1 month is given to them free of charge.
But apart from the standard, this one you're talking about that is annually, as it were,
Monthly.
is monthly. Is
Yes.
there a standard healthcare HMO for residents that they can access?
Lagos State has done that.
Okay. All right.
And we even brought them to our local government.
Is it the Ilereko?
Ilera Eco is different.
Okay.
There's what we call Lashma in Lagos.
Okay.
It's an health insurance program for residents of Lagos. We brought them and they gave over 2,000 free health insurance. You know that we advertise on radio, on newspaper, we use motorcade, rally, everything, so our people come and benefit. But you'll be surprised that people came in their numbers, still had to be begging. What they are meant to do in a day, we had to delay for 3 days. I received financial assistance of health matters that we have to do. I will tell you, we have sponsored over 100 cataract operation in my council free of charge to our residents. when they come for our health missions, we have that for the elderly every month. There's a major health mission we do quarterly, just like what you have in Lera Eko. And when Lera Eko came, they said, no, your people, it means you have been doing health mission because your people understand they were elderly, because it's what we do. It's what we are voted for. We even do as much as sponsoring IVF. That will tell you,
really?
to the extent that we are attached to our people. Go on.
Please go on.
In terms of
You have the floor.
welfare, you know, when subsidy was removed, there is a lot of outcry.
There is still more outcry now because
there's
Felco is
palliative from federal, from state. We took it further. We started in our council by giving financial support, food materials. But over time that we're doing, we discovered that the same set of people are coming.
So do you not have some sort of social register where
we did?
Okay.
And that's how we know, because we have pictures, and we now said, okay, we change the style. How do you change the style? By going, we call it take it to their doorstep. We map out the vulnerable areas in the local government. We're going. We went to Esa, Enyoja, to Ishaga, to Eno Bridge, to Abule in Ajao. Not just that, we are going to where we call settlement, where we have the malams. Uncomputed building where people reside. Not just we give them food materials. We attend to them HYSU. And when you see what we give, it's not 2 cups of rice. The list of the rice we have given to attend to people is between 8 and 10 kg of rice, beans, gari, groundnut oil, Maggi. The last one we did, we even had what's it called? This grounded pepper. We've done financial palliative to families.
Okay, so how sustainable are these palliatives in your opinion? Because when you say at least more than 8 cups and all that of rice, for an average family,
I didn't say 8 cups. I said more than.
More than, that's what I'm saying. Okay,
kg, not cups.
Kg. Oh, fantastic.
Kg, not cups.
Even if it's 25 kg bag of rice, for a standard family of 4, they may not eat it more than 2-3 months. Okay, so
palliative is what it's called. I cannot cure. I can only palliate.
I understand. And I was coming to that.
I'm blessed to have more than 1 million population people.
Fantastic. I was coming to that, but you know the theory of also teaching a man how to fish and not giving him fish.
I'm coming to vocational training.
Because do you not realize or think that it's more important to impute that money in something that would help them earn a better living?
Let me tell you.
Okay.
In this palliative, we discovered that some of our traders are vulnerable. What they are buying with 5,000 as capital, 10,000 cannot do it again. And that's why we say we are doing business grant support. I will invite you to that. And we are giving over 250 traders, especially women, 200,000 to support. Who are those we are attending to? Those who said ugu, egg, bottled water, mineral, soft drink. I'm using the local language.
So they're real petty traders.
Petty traders. And this is not about parties, it's not about who we know. It's about going to the market to see, to source for people.
Do you also do it by tribe? Apologies, I had to ask.
I'm blessed to have a mixed community.
Everybody in Lagos should have a mixed community because Lagos is quite.
Let me tell you, I have a mixed community. I have
okay.
Okota that is densely populated by Igbos, Ajao that is densely populated by Igbos.
So when you give when you do this,
I can tell you, Chairman Greenfield is an Igbo man. Chairman of Victory is an Igbo man. Estate, they are like 7. They come to my house. We are even friends now.
Okay.
Because they call me and prompt. I live among the people. I was born in the Solo, raised in the Solo. I live all my life in the Solo. So because I was raised among them, I know their pain. I was talking to somebody yesterday who at Agora roundabout to Apata Junction. We have fixed that road 3 times. But the same problem keep coming. There's a particular drainage between where the Malams does their Burundi change their size and a church. At the extreme, that drainage was blocked inward the church. By the time rainfall, if you come to the road, the bitumen starts coming up. But now we have written to the Ministry of Environment. They have come to say, and once it is done now, it will be lasting solution. But who is putting the dirt in the drainage? It's no ghost. It's our residents.
But what are you doing? Do you not have monitoring teams? Because there must be.
We do.
Okay, so what are the monitoring? Are they not living up to their duties?
Let me give you an example. There was a day we were coming at about 1 a.m. and somebody was driving a Lexus 350 car and opened his door and threw dirt. He was arrested and taken to Okota police station.
What kind of punishment do you give to serve as a deterrent so that others will not?
It is only the environmental courts that can do that.
Oh.
Our customary courts cannot prosecute environmental offenses.
Oh, okay.
So that's where we are handicapped. So on palliative, we're doing on vocational training. We have trained our women on soap making, tie and dye, on what's it called? What's this?
Adire cap.
No. Headgear tying.
Okay.
You know, a lot of people go to parties.
Okay, Ashiki tying. Yes, sir.
Makeup, hairdressing, and we have engaged our youth on tech trainings. Tech trainings we have done in conjunction with agencies. We have done in-house training, and we even have a portal that our residents can apply. Those looking for job, we write to companies within our local government, because an idle hand, the devil's workshop, and we engage them. Let me tell you, about 5 of the youth came to me, so I want to go and learn how to be a studio engineer.
If we bring them here, more train them.
I know what we did. Where is the best studio? We had to write to Radio Lagos that we have people that want to train, and they are there. December 15 or something, they are training.
So I hope that in future you partner with
Yes, I'm here
Voice
today,
of the
I can
People
see.
Radio and television. We also have a television station, so that would
That's
be
good. We have some that we have even partnered with WAP TV too, because they are domiciled here in our local government. So on education, we have engaged so much on adult literacy center. We have ensured that all our public primary school are in right shape, borehole and toilets. I want to thank special Lagos State government for good structures, and this made me to look inwards to do what we call back to school,
okay.
where all the 14 public primary school pupils, we are giving free uniform, free sandal, free school bag, 3 pairs of socks, and exercise books. This, take your time, go to any school.
Are the government schools in Isolo local government free?
Totally free, 100.1% free.
Okay, no
And there's
tuition
time,
fee.
Don't do free GC, free jam, free coaching classes to ensure that they pass well.
All right, your local government people are here and they would call in and they would ascertain if this is correct or not. So I love them to call in. Let them tell us if what you've said so far is correct. All right. Is there something more you'd like to tell us?
I'm still taking them one by one.
Okay. I see plenty. I'm going to go breaks. I'm going to take calls there. Like us online to let's begin to take your thoughts and reactions on the conversation tonight. 0700 903 903 903. That is the number to call. And WhatsApp is 0817 175 6338. 0817 175 6338. That is the WhatsApp line. The direct line is 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good evening and welcome. Hello. I lost you already. All right. Let me go to some messages because I have them so many, but let's see. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Hello, good evening, Precious. It's Joy Musa.
Joy, you're welcome.
I'm not hearing the question.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, welcome.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma. Precious, I tell God, baby, I did operation. Oh, help me. I can't buy my drug for 2,000 naira. I'm serious. Help me, Precious.
Okay. No. Joy, please. This is not the time for you to do this on air. All right. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Please. Phone lines are still open, Lagos 0700 903 903 903. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Precious.
Okay, welcome, sir.
Yeah.
No, quench the voice for your radio now. You want to blind our Yoga?
Okay.
Welcome. Thank you.
I want to talk on the road from Bali to Ibadan Street.
Bale to where?
To where?
Ibadan Street.
Ibadan.
Ibadan. Yes.
Ibadan.
I'm listening.
It has not been completed.
It's not. I didn't say it's completed, but Bale is completed now.
Bali is not even completed. I was there this evening.
I can tell you that Bale is completed with street light. They are only doing the filling of the interlock.
The lights are completed.
The light is completed. Okay.
The interlock is not completed.
It is, sir. Let me tell you what happened. They pulled a section of the interlock towards number 38. Towards number 38 Bale to number 40 something. Because we found that the alignment, so that when it rains, water will not stop anyway. That's why they remove that and they are doing it. It's not delivered yet, safe. But excavation of Ibadan starts immediately because we cannot put the whole area in danger. Once you start using your Ibadan, your Bale, we move to Ibadan. You can see that all the technical work about Ibadan is done. They've done the alignment. They've done everything about drawing. You can ask your CDA that covers Ibadan. I know one Alaja is always on that street. She will tell you how many times we've come there. Even the engineers, the surveyors, everybody. Because if that drainage in Ibadan is not done well, it will only take water from Ibadan and dump on Sicilia. And that's why we are not stopping at Ibadan. We are taking that drainage to Sicilia so it will go to the canal.
All right. Would that be all, sir?
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right.
So it means our people can see that we are doing it. And
all right.
It's not
all right.
ideal.
Yeah, full lines are. Hello, good evening and welcome. Hello, good evening. Are you there? Sam?
Good evening. Yeah, I'm here now. Good evening.
Yes, welcome. What's your
I
name,
want
sir?
to this mic off from my God.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
Yes, I want you to tell your guest the road, this drainage from roundabout down to community road. That road has been bad because of the drainage has been blocked.
Okay, sir. You are talking of Ago Palace Way.
It not be local government chairman for Ago Palace, so for Ago.
No, I'm there.
Okay,
it's my local government.
Is your local government?
Yes.
Ago Palace is under you.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
yes.
All right, go ahead.
So that place now, and all those iron they put as drainage, they remove most of them. So when they just people now some people they put the dust inside that drainage.
Thank you, sir.
That they put the iron.
It's your people. It's my people that are putting the dirt in the drainage. It's not ghosts.
Yes.
If CDA, sir, CDA, let me tell you, when that road started at Super Saver to Sifas Junction, we fixed it.
Yes.
When we asked that people should not apply, I'm coming, sir, that people should not pass so that that road can cure well. A trailer driver was coming and killed somebody on that road. And nobody could protect the road. It's bad now. If you look at community road, the drainage on both sides is being fixed now. But Ago Palace Way is a state road. And we have written to the Ministry of Environment. The estate in Ago can attest to it. We were even together. I led them to the governor's office. And I tell you, because the rain is stopping now, a lot of work will be done. So keep your fingers crossed, and I assure you, between now and December 20th, you'll see it.
Right,
thank you.
Because what rain for that road.
I live at Agotu, so I know what we're talking about.
All right, thank you so much. So somebody also did ask about Iyakari estate itself.
Yeah.
Your work should cover within the estate.
Yes.
What do you do about the roads within the estate?
Iyakari State Road is not bad. The only road that is bad is Godmon, and that's what I've spoken about the first time. And most times we cannot be using government money to do road, and some people will lock the gate.
But I thought government had stopped those.
They have
gate
stopped
lockings.
it, but when they lock, and the next thing is for you to tell the police. When the police come, it's a process to open the gate. The alibi will be our area is not protected. Robbers will come, kidnappers will come. So there are two ways.
That is also not an alibi. It's also
not.
It's also a genuine concern.
And today I can tell you, those people in Iriakari can sleep with their two eyes closed.
So what do you do now as a local government chairman to ensure the protection of your people?
That's what I'm saying.
Understanding that the local government is the closest government to the people. How do you ensure the safety of your own people?
That's why what I said about the beginning. People don't even know the difference between roads. The road is bad. Local government, when it's a state road, the road is bad. Local government is a federal road. But when it comes to security, I'm telling you today, my people can sleep with their two eyes closed. Before, Iriakari, once it's 6:37, they dare not come out. But today, the story has changed.
And you take pride in the fact that it happened in your administration?
Yes. Okay. It is well known everywhere. I've gotten several awards, even from the police. When somebody was kidnapped, in less than 72 hours, we got the person out and the kidnappers were apprehended. Special thanks to the Lagos State Police Command. We work hand in hand. So I can tell you.
Okay, all right. Going back to the phone lines. And hello, good evening and welcome.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, you're welcome, sir.
Yeah, my name is Innocent. I'm calling from Amuwo for the president.
You're welcome.
I greet your guest. And I want to advise the Honorable
Chairman,
local government chair. Yeah.
Yes,
Just for me, at least, is it not better? Because where I live in Amuwo, everywhere is tied by interlock. And more than 30 years, everywhere is still okay. Nobody's complaining. You do road, you did not do road, Rasaki Road, Lakeview by the Rasaki, all these places is tied. So is it not better for him to go with the interlock so that he can be able to manage, so that in the next 10, 20, 15 years, those that will come after him will not be suffering all those maintaining road.
Thank you so much. You've made your point. But if you also did listen to this show earlier, you hear what he was talking about. Some of his roads that he's now changing to interlocks and
interlocks, and not just handmade interlocks. We purchase our interlock from HFP. That's standard.
Okay, so let me take some messages because there's quite some reactions there. This is good evening, Precious. I greet you, Honorable. My name is Engineer Wasiu. Please, what happened to Abimbola Way down to Transformer? The road have damaged since 2017. There is no street light along Ilasamada down to Isolo under bridge. Under bridge is Solo.
Well, like I told you, Abimbola Way is one of the alternative road that is part of the Mushin Road project. It's a federal government road project. But what we did is we have engaged the Honorable Minister as a council, and that's why they are changing the last part of that project from asphalt to concrete road. Secondly, if you look at Abimbola Way before now, it has street light, but it was vandalized. And that's why we are liaising with the corporate entities on the houses. That it's not just us. We will do our part, but they too have a corporate social responsibility to perform. They use that Abimbola Way. We have Promosido, we have John Stewart's, we have companies on that Abimbola Way. The old Limca used to be on that road.
Okay.
What are they doing too? So we have to collaborate and do so many things together.
Okay. All right. So someone here did ask about Zilod from Zilod asked about Okota Road. Really? I think you've answered it. The person doesn't know what about Okota Road, right?
I've answered that.
Excuse me. All right. And then this here says, please help me ask the chairman of Isolo. Apata to Ilasa Road is too bad. What is happening? This is a major road that connects my two to Express. He says, okay, all right. In fact, you don't ginger me, say I don't read the message, self.
But the question, that same question I've answered. That's what they say Apata is God, number one state. But I can tell you, Public Works has come to that road more than 3 times. The same problem of blocking your drainage. But this time, we are holding series of meetings among government agencies on how to give it a lasting and permanent solution.
All right. And Kent from Idimo says, oh my God, I'm jealous of this local government chairman. The chairman is very vast and knowledgeable in all his works. Like say, Sabi, your local government for the back of your palm. All right. Good evening, precious and guests. We all know palliative is made for people in charge instead of the people. Daddy Ivan. Now, this is an accusation. Like, are you sure that your palliative actually gets to those who are really in need?
Do you know the problem we have, my presenter?
Sir.
Our people mostly are pessimists. Anything they hear government, no, they will give it to themselves.
You know, thinking that because of say themselves, they don't to see, I make.
Let me tell you something. We've given palliative to people that husband collect, wife collect, children collect. And that's why we change our approach to.
So do you not think it's poverty that is the reason why people just have that Oliver Twist attitude?
It's greed.
I agree.
Custom was selling rice, and people were buying to go and resell. Is that not greed? That's not poverty?
Okay. Now speaking about this, what about job creation? What are you doing to encourage, industries? And what's your relationship like with industries around your area?
But do I say something?
Go ahead.
The sincere truth is that a country like Nigeria, today, most of our warehouses are turning to churches. It's an hard truth.
Are you serious?
Most of the factories are turning to
churches. So what's happening to the churches? Sorry, what's happening to those? Why are they turning to churches? If they could sustain.
That's a question myself and yourself we should look at critically.
Oh, wow.
2, how many people are really ready to work? If you go
to you see the unemployment rate in Nigeria?
If you allow me.
Okay, sir.
Come.
Okay.
For example, the federal government advertised for recruitment of Nigeria Army. I personally was ringing bell in my local government. I applied to join the army. People were not joining. They advertised for police. People were not joining. And tomorrow they will say, one tribe is plenty there. These are ways.
But when you advertise for NNPC, they decide to crash.
I tell you.
So people are looking for soft work.
People want Rome to be built in a day. People don't believe a child must be born, must sit, must crawl, must walk and run. People want to be born and they want to run the same day.
So now that you have noticed that most of the industries are turning into churches, what are you doing to encourage the industries in your local government to ensure that they stay afloat?
We do our best to do that. And the state, I know...
Because you're the closest person to them.
Yes. Lagos State is giving so many incentives. The federal government is giving incentives.
So industries?
So that industries will not close down. It's for them to assess.
How are you making your environment habitable for them, conducive for them, especially concerning the major case and problem we have in Lagos, which is the Agbero issue? How are you ensuring that they stay afloat in spite of some Agbero issue?
What has Agbero got to do with industry?
Well, a lot of people will say that the other day, tanker drivers were almost going to go on strike. They said that because Agbero stopped them from every checkpoint in Lagos State.
No, Agbero will stop tanker drivers, but their own association will stop them. Let me tell you one of the problems we have. Pure water sellers, we have association. Those helping us in the market to carry load, we have association. And those who lead this association are not working.
Oh, so are you saying that the association leaders extort them?
That is the problem with the tanker drivers, not us.
Okay. So now that you mentioned all this association and their leaders and all that, if you notice that they're okay. All right.
I have a periodical meeting with market associations. And I do ask them, what's the problem? How do you think we can support you? How do you think we can do this? On Thursdays, every morning, we go to the market. Because a market leader will stay at home, expecting them to give them feedbacks.
Oh, wow.
But in Solo LCD, our market leaders know on Thursday, they must be in their market to supervise the environmental service.
Okay, going back to the market and their market leaders now. Now that you've discussed about the challenge of some of these market unions, extortion from their leaders, and we do know that more of these people are, in fact, it looks like even the Ogo seller, the Akara seller, everybody pays tax, one way or the other, because their union or the market leaders collect money from them daily. These monies, are they remitted back to the local government? Because some of this money they collect, local government, or this, or that. So are they giving back to your local government? If they are, what do you do with it?
I beg to disagree.
Okay.
Anything my local government take is what is in the Schedule 4 of the Constitution, what we are meant to take. Is local government supervised market, motor parks. This is stipulated. Even our rates, we have a rate card. If they ask your shop to pay 7,500, can I see it in the Lagos State rate card?
So are you saying that there are no shop owners across the entire Isolo local government area that pay monies outside what is stipulated in your rate card, and they don't get to be intimidated by Agbero to pay
We don't have Agbero.
Anything extra? Okay.
So who is Agbero is a relative?
Oh, some people may just come and intimidate and tell them that I'm coming on behalf of the local government.
No, they know. Okay. We advertise on radio. We say it to them at their market. We say it to them.
And that is why I'm asking this question, so that people will be informed.
When you say something, you must say it.
Okay.
How will you ask me to pay something? I won't ask you. Where's the bill?
Another question, please.
And we have encouraged our people, don't pay anybody by hand. Don't transfer to their account. Look for the council's account. When you pay, come and obtain your receipts.
So now, all those people that collect money daily from markets, if you go to, for instance, I think there's one market on a market day, you see people in front of, and there's somebody collecting money from them. Those people along the street selling and all that. Say, give me, else they would, ensure that they leave that place where they stock their market or put it. So who collects those monies, and what are those monies for if they're not on behalf of the local government?
I can tell you for free. The only money you see that they collect in money for those who stall inside the market.
Are you aware? Are you aware that those who hawk also pay monies?
No, I am not.
Oh,
to
wow.
the best of my knowledge, I'll tell you. And what they charge is 200 naira
per day.
Per Tuesday.
Per Tuesday.
Which is per week. 200 naira.
Okay, I like this because I've seen a situation where, in fact, in front of this airport road, like I know it's not within your purview. I know people put things on the, when you put table in the evening to sell something, and they say that they have to pay tax.
It has not tax.
They pay.
The difference between taxes and levies.
Oh, levies. Okay, so who takes those levies on behalf of the local government, and what does the local government do with it?
Thank you.
Okay.
I've been mentioning. I give free medicine to the elderly.
Okay.
Go to my health centers. You do laboratory services at half price, what you get outside. Somebody is paying for it, and that's the local government. But when they see hoodlums harassing them, they have the right to report to us. Such people will be apprehended. If you look at when they were extorting money, they say it's all a task force, this one. They called me out on radio. I invested with those people. They are in prison now. It's on the pages of Punch newspaper. Those guys are in prison because they are impersonating us and they are collecting money that they are not authorized to collect.
All right, let me take a few calls. We'll get back to the. Let's know the levies that are payable according to the local government. You know why? Because they say mind don't know they're informed. So that people would know when other people are intimidating them for their own selfish interest and not on behalf of the local government. Hello, good evening and welcome. Welcome.
Hello,
Sai, welcome. Good evening.
Honorable in the studio, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah. Welcome for coming to the studio.
Thank you.
This can I be anonymous?
Yes, be anonymous. Yes, go ahead.
Why?
Okay, why do you want to be anonymous?
No, you cannot be anonymous.
Okay, he said make you not be anonymous. He said himself not be anonymous. So why you come be anonymous?
You mentioned that I was Choromeku Street.
I didn't say Taiwo Choromeku.
Yeah. At least I can confirm that it is already fixed.
Yes.
You understand me?
Yes, sir.
But there's one problem we are having in Canada State.
Yes.
Which I want to notice it. Is the way they lock the gate of this place is not encouraging. Because I don't see the reason why somebody will lock the gate by 10 p.m. and you cannot see any security man there. In terms of emergency at night, I don't know what to do about it. So I want to get
Oga, do you know that even when you lock gates?
Thank you.
Oga,
Thank you so much.
Do you know when you even lock gate at night? The Lagos State law stipulated that you must put somebody there. I'll give you an example. There was a time on our street in Ago, The street is called Nwakibe, and the house was burning. For fire service, it took them over 30 minutes at the entrance of the street to get to that street. Once the fire started, I called the fire service. They were there in 15 minutes, and it took them another almost 40 minutes to assess. The security man has locked the guy, has gone to sleep.
Are you serious?
So that's our people. We will continue to engage. I've heard of Kana now, called the Kana station. I know the area very well, and I'll call the city around there, and I'll tell them what my take home here is that they should please open the gate from 5 a.m. to 12 a.m. Then they put a security there from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. Thank you, sir.
So I take some quick questions. Precious, in your last question is that Honorable, tell us what he is doing about bad boys in Ilasamaja, talking about security aspect. Meanwhile, Ilasamaja under is very dangerous. Once it's around 9 p.m., lots of bad guys do snatch phones, and the place is dark, or was very dark, he says. Also, what's Honorable doing with people crossing expressway at Ilasamaja under bridge, including touts collecting money as task force at Ilasamaja? You see the thing I'm telling you, at bridge every day. That is at Ilasamaja under bridge every day. Honorable should go there and confirm it for himself.
Thank you very much. Why you talk about Ilasamaja borders Mushin and Itire. What is it? These guys cross from the other side, perpetrate their evil and cross. But much more later, if you go there now, as I'm talking, you see Ilasamaja division patrol vehicle parked there. If you go at Promasido Junction, you see Ilasamaja patrol vehicle parked there with police standing by.
Okay.
They stay there in the morning and in the evenings because that's the time they do it. So you won't see it happening there anymore in recent times.
Okay, good evening, ma'am. Please, I want to ask you a guest recruitment in police and army. Is it in production? All right. Hello, Precious. Please let the chairman address the road issues without excuses. All the road in Isolo is bad or are bad or in bad shape. Making excuses does not help anybody at all because we all use the road. Julius sent in that from Iraq Carrier State. And then this here says Precious Agbero and high tax collection that made some company relocate to neighboring states and is local establishment Agbero with policemen. Please ask him Abimbola Way that leads to Isolo Road. That's what he said. Okay. You've addressed Abimbola Way already.
Let me even quickly say it.
Okay.
When somebody say all is a relative term. If you say
that's generalization. Okay.
I'll say yes. Mushin Road that they are presently doing, people are still complaining. We should learn to say good when they do good. We should learn to complain about what is not fixed. A road has been attended to 4 times. Yes, we'll continue to do our best, but not total. And I will tell you, I have a segment of people who does not see any good in Lagos.
Wow. Then why are they saying in Lagos if you don't see anything?
That is what I'm saying. And those section of people say it's all. Thank God somebody in Amu will say they see the road. This one here will say, I've seen, my road is done. If I have over 1,000 road, can I fix over the 1,000 road in 4 years? I can't. And that's the truth.
Okay, this person here says, please, I'm a man with disability. I salute the local government chairman and I live in Isolo. Please let him have my number so that he can reach out to me to when he's doing
disability. What kind of disability?
Okay, they say, what kind of disability do you have? Paulinus from Isolo. What kind of disability? I do hope that he'll respond. I'm sure he'll respond.
Because I have some blind people we just trained.
Okay.
Some in shoemaking, some in this.
Okay.
And we try to ensure they are comfortable. We got them apartments to live in.
Okay.
And how to work.
Okay. So Paulinus, please kindly respond to that so that the chairman would understand what exactly your concern is. Join Nigeria security that people are resigning from. Security that repentant bandits might prey on tomorrow. Okay. All right. Moving on. Austin from Alaba says, Precious, please try bring Ojo local government chairman. Let's hear from him, like we've heard from his colleague in the sort of local government. Don't worry, now small. Should be go help us bring your colleague. Thank you so much. Thank you. And good evening, Precious. Good evening to the LG chairman. Please, what are you doing about the Solo road? That road is too bad. Which of the Solo road again?
Is the same road we're talking, Solo Mushin road. It's under construction. They are constructing. They are working there every day. When they have to start this, they say it's 2 years and 3 months. It's stated on their board. It's stated at the stakeholders meeting. It's stated even on the pages of newspaper.
So people should be patient.
No pain, no gain.
Okay. But there's something about the pain that Nigerians go through when we're fixing or constructing roads. It makes it look like, while others, especially when roads are being repaired, not done really. In Sena clients, most of those works are done at night and not during the day when you have high volume of traffic.
Better you want truth?
Yes, please. I have also seen some of those roads, get fixed at night. What I'm saying is that, can it happen more in a situation where people would not go through so much pain during the day?
That road is a federal government. Just like when they are fixing this airport route, you know how much of time. Construction is a process. Okay. It's not magic.
Okay. All right,
so it has to go through all the processes.
All right. And why are they not doing Wahab Street off Dr. Fashion Road off Century Bus Stop? But they did some other roads around Wahab Street.
Wahab Kajogbola
or Soshonya.
That's not correct. I can give you the pictures of Wahab. Wahab is about 75-80% done. They are completing it, and before Christmas, Wahab will be total. I've done about 9 roads around Wahab there, so I can tell you.
Okay.
Wahab Kajogbola. As we are talking now, it is 80% done.
Okay. This says that the huge amount of money paid to local government is enough for them to take care of hospital bills and all their hospitals and infrastructure around them, because that's much. Now, speaking of which, there is now full local government autonomy. Are you experiencing that now?
Lagos State has always had the financial.
So how do you think, how are the LCDs around you funded? If you are a local government chairman and you receive the fund as a local government chairman directly,
like I told you, can you compare a local government in Lagos with a local government anywhere?
I am just asking.
No, I'm just telling you.
This is not about comparison.
No,
we're
I'm just
asking
telling you
because we want to be informed.
If you say financial autonomy, we have always said that our governor does not take our money. So that's why I could say I've done over 30-something roads. I've rehabilitated over 15 roads. I can say I've built a center. I can say.
But can you oblige us on how the LCDs are funded? Understanding that they are not established local government in the constitution.
We've been funded through what we're calling allocation committee.
Of Lagos State or federal?
Of Lagos State.
Of Lagos State, not from federal. Okay, so that means the LCDs are funded by the state, by the Lagos State government.
From the money from the federal government.
Oh, so that means the money from the federal government allocation for the local governments are divided and some are spilled over to the LCDs, while the local governments collect their own and they now give some to the LCDs so that the LCDs can also function. Is that what you're saying? That we just want to understand.
Well, the word is simple. Okay. I told you we are funded through Joint Allocation Committee.
That is fact.
Yeah.
That is a fact that comes from
Jack.
Okay. Joint. Yes. Okay. So that's and I did ask, is it from the state or from the local government?
The money comes from federal to the state.
But you know that right now, under
why don't you wait for the execution?
Under the direct autonomy,
like I told you,
it is education we want to educate ourselves.
Let me say this here.
Okay.
But you said sometimes when we go outside Lagos and we see what local government is there, we weep. People don't know.
The local governments in my state are not doing so badly either. I come from River State, and our local governments are also doing very well.
I'm coming, man.
Okay, sir.
Let me say this here. Delta is the highest funded in Nigeria. Can you compare them to us in Lagos? Some people will talk.
Delta does not have the center of commercialization.
Don't say
that Lagos State has.
How much? Ask them the same question you're asking me now.
Okay. No, we ask it. Made near me. Okay, no joke. I'm even friendly with you. You know, we're having a friendly chat too, because you know you are a friend of the house.
No, I will tell you one truth about me. I don't do audio. Everything I say I do is real, is factual. Wake a dead man to go and see it. He will attest that he has done this. What I don't do, I won't say I've done.
So this really, it's not about, you know, someone actually did ask a question, and now that there is a local government autonomy, let me get that. It's even on YouTube, so you can see it for yourself after this show. And now that the local governments are now autonomous, or is now in full autonomy, how are the LCDs funded? That's the question the person asked, and I just thought to throw that.
When we
question.
get to the bridge, we'll cross it. So,
but we're already in the bridge now. That's what we're asking
when we
now.
get to the bridge, we'll cross it.
You're evading the question, but it's okay. It's fine. I just let that pass. It's okay. Okay, Precious, your guest is talking like Adilabu, who said that Nigerians don't put off their refrigerators. How on earth should your guest say the reason road spoil is because of indiscriminate dump of refuse? Please, is he telling us that his local government doesn't have officials that can enforce environmental maintenance? Please, who is overseeing the activities of LCDAs? Are they still continuing with excuses again? That's what the person said.
Well, anybody listening to me will know I am a man that is very proactive. I don't believe in excuses. I name my problems on time, and I'm very brisk about it. When we say people, it's not possible for us to cover 1,000 streets at the same time. That's why even in governance, if federal government can do it, there's no need for state government. If state government can do it, there's no need for local government. If federal government can do it, there won't be need for CDS, CDC, street associations.
All right. This says, I commend the local government chairman on the road constructions. However, the slow pace of work is really worrisome. The Solomon-Mushi road has taken almost more than a year. The transporters are extorting us as a result of these unending road constructions. Also, the minutes of these agberos collecting all manner of taxes. What are the measures in regulating the operations? Takes us back to the agbero question. Makes sense in that question. Question.
Well,
so
for me,
we've always wondered. You know, almost. Okay, let me let you laugh.
Well, for me, when they say agbero, I told you it's a universal term now.
So what are the taxes that are meant to be paid by the local government?
If they are collecting their market levies, it's agbero. Pure water people selling, they say you cannot hawk pure water tomorrow because you didn't pay this.
So that money, water seller,
they are paying among the association. It's not my problem.
So what do they do with it? That's the question.
Is it not what you call when you complain that we know there is a problem?
Oh wow!
That's why everybody knows when you see something.
Say something. So, but are you aware? Are you aware that almost everybody and market seller or trader in Lagos State pays, excuse me, a form of levy or the other? Some of them daily levies. Are you aware of that?
Well, I can only speak for my local government. I know.
So, are you aware of that in your local government?
I'm not sure in the market in my local government there is extortion. You know why?
Okay.
We meet. I told you now periodically. Sometimes I will go to that market unannounced.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes I engage these people privately.
Okay, so people from your local government are already here, so they know and they go to the market every day.
Yes,
and some of them are traders in your market, so they can tell. But let's move on to other issues, other questions. Oh my goodness, my phone box is full with questions from them for you. Tell your chairman that all Ilasamaja roads are very bad. Also, Godwin Amonowa road. Let him know that they have abandoned Mushi and Isolo. Abimbola road has been well about. You've addressed that already. We'll move on. Nina from Okafa says, Madam Precious, ask him about Abimbola. We don't ask him. Oga don't tire to even answer the Abimbola question. Shagui from Mushi says,
maybe I need to say it again. My people, please bear with federal government doing this road. The construction is not your fault. Ongoing.
Okay.
There's nothing I can do except to keep writing, keep persuading, and keep ensuring they are doing a good job, which we are doing. Abimbola Way is part of that project as the alternative road. Abimbola and the road beside St. Paul Primary School are part of the alternative road that must be fixed by the contractor, even Akimbai.
Okay. How about Itire Akpata Road? Because someone asked about
There's
that.
no Itire Akpata Road.
Oh, somebody did ask. So that means it's not within your
For the roundabout, the rain has stopped. Public Works has promised they are coming. But we've done palliative, putting Bola and other to make people drive through that road. I pass that road too every day.
All right. So said, please, Precious, ask the local government chairman how much is the local government shop payment or levy, because his men who come to collect this money are not collecting the.
Which area are you? Because we have grade A, B, and C. It depends on the size of the shop and the location.
Okay. Good evening, Precious and Chairman. Tell the chairman that road from Stella Sholanke down to Ajao Estate Police Station connecting to Betty Pride Street is in a very bad shape.
No.
Chief Udo sent in that.
Hello, sir. Akinola Sholanke and Stella Sholanke is in very good shape. But the truth is, I have 7 wards. When I work in Ajao, I will go. I told you now, Richfield, from Stella Sholanke, there's Ogun. Oh my God. Ogun. I remember the street now. To Richfield, it's been done by the local government.
All right. Tunde from Ijegun says, please, Ijegun.
It's not in my local government.
Okay. All right. He said I should tell you to go to Agege local government area. That the roads are fixed simultaneously in Agege, so that you're trying, but you should do more. Okay. I strongly disagree with your guest views. Personally, I've been applying to various government agencies since 2006, including Customs, Navy, Immigration, Police, NCDC, and others. Unfortunately, I've been consistently disqualified due to my age. I've gone through numerous screenings, interviews, and even physical fitness tests, but my age has always been a barrier. Is it that you're too old or too young for it? But an older person, should the person not get a job? Okay. There are age specification for some jobs, I guess. Apologies. All right. Ojo local government chairman would find every available reason under the sun not to come to your station. Why? No, but I've been very nice to you. Right? We've been having a friendly chat.
It's not even
because you're a good guy.
Because you are representing the people, the voice of the voice.
Have you seen our name? See it here. Voice of the people.
What it means is, and do you know one thing I like? If you look at the summary of almost 2 hours we've been talking, it's about Abimbola.
So it's the same complaint. Exactly.
Akpata, Abimbola, Godwin, Mushin Road.
Okay.
And these roads are not local government
roads. And then one uncle, Uche from Ayetoro says, what are you doing to stop by doing about boys or your boys? He said your boys, like local government boys, stopping motors anyhow. And if you can tell us your LG official motor papers to avoid those men's harassment.
Well, there are things that when I hear.
So normal vehicles, private vehicles, are they supposed to pay money to pass?
How will somebody say your boys stopping them? Are they police, road safety, LASMA, or what? Even LASMA, they are meant to control traffic. There are papers that police will ask you, that of road safety is. So until people start knowing their rights.
Okay, so this says Precious. Is that Kendo? Is that your nickname?
No, that's not me.
Okay, all right. So Precious, please read my name. So he said it's not Kendo. Kendo was a person before you.
No, he's in Oshodi.
Okay, said it's Solo. Oshodi, Solo local government. Okay. Oshodi, Solo local government. All right. Please give me this man number. He is absolute. He is absolute Tunji from Agege. All right. And this says, which of the roads are you attending to 4 times? Same excuses. The Lassa Transformer Junction has been there since 2018. Julius from Irakari says, please, what of Ibe Road? How much comparison for here? Let the honorable answer your questions.
Well, Mr. Julius, maybe I will need to school you again, sir. I'm sorry, but I have to say this. I told you something, and I will say it again. Roads are in 3 categories: trunk A, trunk B, and trunk C. All the roads we are talking about are either trunk B or A.
Okay.
And we will only do palliatives. I will tell you, come to that Akpata road they are talking about. People who come there on Saturdays, they are doing exercises there.
But just like states can fix local federal government roads and they get refunded, can you also fix state roads and then the state refunds?
That's what I'm saying, that between Roundabout and Akpata Junction, we have fixed 4 times.
Are you refunded for those roads when you fix them?
I want to challenge you, ma. And if you have the time, I will take you on tour. Let's go and see this road. Let's ask questions. And come on Saturday, where your people are taking over the road, that it cannot even be assessed.
Okay. All right. See, my people. Good evening, Precious and the Chairman. I noticed in Fatai, Rawa Road in Ajawe Estate was just partially interlocked.
Yes.
Just part of the street was locked and rest was left
yes.
bad for years. Hilary from Ajawe Estate sent in that. Amechi from Mafaluku says, good evening, Precious. I guess a solo LG boss and VUP family. This man is very sound. He knows his job to a large extent. He is sure of things he is saying with high conviction. Some good experience currently experiencing with Usho, the LGA. The problem they face is that some of the previous LG who did little or nothing over the years, perhaps are ruining their jobs. Good evening. That means you greet us, Usho, the guy for us. Tell him to come to our station.
Thank you so much, my brother. We'll not rest on our horse. We'll continue until final whistle.
All right. And he says, why is it very difficult for someone to volunteer to fix a road in his street in Lagos? Always get frustrated by the agencies in charge. If people want to fix their streets, they
I'll tell you
get
why.
frustrated.
It's not difficult.
Okay.
You apply to the government of a local government. They will look at the road. They will look at it. But people will always learn to pride themselves.
Okay.
At the end of the day, they will do substandard. They will call you names. They will do everything. It's not better for you to do it. Let them come forward. If you have good intention, come forward. I want to partner.
Okay. All right. Did you hear that? Come forward if you have good intention. Good evening to all. I am the anonymous I called earlier from Canal Estate. The street in question are Moshobolaje Street, Obadina Street, and Reverend Adegoke Street.
I know those three streets. As I'm talking to you, the chief of staff of our council reside on Moshobolaje. So I tell you, and I'm giving you my word, tomorrow by 10 a.m., I will be there. When Shijuala was fixed and Mukandase, the purpose is to canal so that people will leave Ago Palace Way alone so that they can go from there and go and bust out Asele Express. But when they lock this gate, all the efforts will be in futility.
Okay. All right. And Anu Lua from Agor says, please, Mr. Chairman, come to Community Road in Agor and help us. The road is bad.
Yes, but
I'm begging for your attention. If this road can be fixed before the rainy season next year, we will appreciate it.
Anu Lua, you should even first of all applaud us that both side drainages has been done and is done well. 1.2 meter by 1.2 meter drainage is done on Community Road. Clap for us. Say thank you for that and say continue. But I promise you, God will help us spare our lives before rainy season that road will be fixed. Thank you.
Amen. Thank you for that promise. Precious, what's the man dodging your questions? Collins from Seaside. That's what you think, but he's been responding. Precious, talking about Agbero, they are a group of boys near Jawa Pharmaceutical Company collecting levy on behalf of the LCDA daily. Are those your boys?
They are never my boys. My boys work in the council. They work in personnel, works department, education department, agri, social and youth development. These are my departments.
So the boys that go out for levies, how about the people that go out to collect levies for on behalf of
anybody collecting on behalf of the council? You will see the ID card and you will see with bill of the council.
Are you also aware that some people wear some uniforms allegedly from the local government?
I can say not my local. I told you one now. Okay. Those who are wearing jacket and collecting money and say you park wrongly, this, that, they were apprehended. We followed the matter
so these
to court.
Okay.
We followed the matter until justice was passed.
So this incident
and
around...
one of the men that said it was my local government people had to write me and wrote punch apologizing. A good guy.
All right. So this incident now around Jawa Pharmaceutical Company Limited, would you try to look at it because it may be it's tainting the image of your local government area?
What the person has said, I won't throw it away.
Okay.
We'll go there tomorrow.
Okay.
And we'll see for ourselves. Jawa to my council is stone's throw.
Okay.
It's trackable. I can see.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Good evening, Precious. Please help us trumpet our suffering to our amiable Governor Olushola. So help us tar Adedeji Street, Itire in Surulere local government. Sorry, Stephen Adegoke sent in this message. Unfortunately, I'm not with His Excellency the Governor. Shop permits in Okota what is it like, and how much is the appropriate money to pay for shop?
Well, it depends on the size of the shop, if it's A, B, or C. And I tell you that a lot of people lie that they pay when they don't even pay. How will you pay? You don't have receipts.
Okay.
Anybody who gives bribe and anybody who takes bribe are both culpable. You are meant to pay 20,000, and somebody say pay me 5,000, and you pay 5,000. So you have shortchanged yourself and you have shortchanged the government. So
all right.
It's a two-way thing.
All right. Senator from Isolo says, I appreciate the local government chairman. As soon as he entered, he repaired roads in Isolo. The road connecting Aswani and 5-Star in front of EMSA Pharmaceutical is totally bad. But he cannot deny not knowing that Agberos are collecting money from citizens, more especially in Aswani markets, on the behalf of the local government. Nigeria Mary says, Precious, this your guest is not saying it the way it is, so like the regular Nigerian politician. Is he telling us that he is aware that those who collect association always money always issue receipt from local government? He's not aware that that is what it is. Please, the chairman should investigate the complaint of people. And
what I disagree with. Okay. What I'm sure about, because I'm on air, my word should be my bound. It should be my bond that people say, yes, he said so. I can be held liable for every statement I have made. If I say they are my boys and they are not my boys, so you can't force me to take what is not mine. The toll, the levy charged in Aswani that is for council, I said it here, it's clear, it's 200 naira. Okay. For those, and it's once in a week. So if you are selling in a space for 1 month and you pay only 200 a week, that's 800 a month. Please, I don't think we have asked for collecting too much.
Okay. And then this here said, where do I start from now? Please, Chairman, the road from 5-Star Junction that leads to Aswani Market passed by to EMSA.
I've addressed that. That's condition.
And then he says, your guest did not answer my question. Fatai Irawo is partially done for years now.
Yes.
What happens to completing it?
Fatai Irawo, I told you, if you pass through Akela Sholanke to Stella Sholanke to Ogun Timeyin, going towards Romero Hotel, you see that we have fixed 4 streets together because we are taking that road to go outside. But Fatai Irawo is part of our project. We will not leave it unattended to. Keep your fingers crossed. In no distant time, you see it complete.
All right. So Joy Scotland says that she lives in Irakari Estate. She says that I should ask you about the Irakari Road from Shaka to Okeho. What's happening to that road?
Then it means that person is not living there.
No, she says she's in Scotland.
Oh, that's
you've done it, and she's unaware.
Okeo Road is fully tarred, fully. Go and check. And I challenge Madam Promise to go there tomorrow.
Precious.
Promise
is the producer. You see, you didn't even meet her, but you're blowing her own trumpets.
Madam Precious, please tomorrow go to Okeo. That's to tell you how people feel. People will just come say it, but they've not double checked. But I can tell you, okay, it's fantastic.
All right, so let's just take a few calls. Hello, good evening, and welcome.
Hello,
welcome.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, please, welcome.
My name is Richard Odefunsho.
You're welcome, Richard.
What the chairman has been saying is very correct, 100%. He's an honest man. Whatever he say he wants to do, he will do it. I am sure. I monitor him all the time. Wow. He's an honest man. Please greet him for us. He's doing his best. No doubt about that. God will be with him. Thank you very much.
Oh, on that beautiful note, are you blushing?
Thank you.
You just became a bit sober.
Thank you very much. We're humbled, and my promise to my people of Isolo SCD is that we'll not rest on our horse. We'll do more. So much is given, much is equally expected. We'll not let you down. But be conscious that we have over 1,000 streets and we might not be able to do the 1,000 streets.
Community road, is it around you?
Yes, community road is around me. They fixed it. I will take you. Okay. I promise you.
No, you need to take our television station so that we have a visual of all of this.
So that you see that even the drainage alone is massive. So
as you do hand up, you won't talk massive and you can't
it's
talk am.
massive. But to fix the road will be very little.
Okay.
What is the primary job is the drainage, and it's been completed 100%.
All right. So again, quickly on job creation, what are the things that you're doing to ensure
Well,
that there is,
I will say
because you're the
this year-
closest person to the people.
I'll say this year, we should stop, all of us should not just be looking at the white collar job. We should look at other areas where we can work well. Today in fashion designing, people are making money. Bricklaying, people are making money. Welding, everything like that. Let's begin to think like the Chinese people, whereas you learn in the formal sector, you think of how to go to the informal sector too. And I tell you, at the end of the day, Nigeria will be better for it. Thank
All
you.
right. So do you also promise to monitor all those collecting taxes on behalf of in the name of the local government that are not
Those who
local
are
government?
collecting levies on our behalf are monitored. Those that have been reported will look into it. And I'll come back again next week to be on the same program. I promise
When are you coming next week?
I will let you know.
Okay.
Because I would ask you to come around. We'll look at it. Then we'll come back. We'll be talking with fact and figures.
I appreciate you. Thank you so
very
much. I love your passion. I see your passion
Thank
to developing your local government.
Thank
And I see that you have hands-on experience and knowledge about what you have done and what you're doing in your local government. Not many local government chairmen have that. So I must commend you on air, even though I've asked you quite some questions. I appreciate you. Thank you, Lagos, as the size of our package. Thank you to everyone who's been part of the show. And thanks for dropping your thoughts and reactions. My name is Precious Enyi. This show is produced by Promise. I'll see you again tomorrow evening, God willing. Have yourself an amazing evening. Good night. Protect your mental health. I love you guys. Good night.
Ow! Maui, I could really use your help.
It's Maui time! Disney's Moana 2, rated PG, Wednesday.
Thank you, everyone, for joining. Thank you. I think this is the whole idea. I think people should actually start to call on their local government chairman for questioning. To be honest with you, this is actually a great idea. But I don't even know how many of us know who our local government chairmen are in every community. But anyway, guys, I'll see you on my next one. Thank you for joining. Have a wonderful week.